What's good with y'all boys? Today we're going to discuss how body game makes you a demigod. So, I'm always going to say this. The majority of the population is cooked. I got a new side hustle. The same side hustle that I've been mentioning in my previous videos. And the chicks at the spot, there's like two chicks there that aren't fat as shit. There's only two, and there's like 15 or 20 chicks up in the spot completely, bro. I'm talking about you can see their belly before they come around the corner type shit. Like, it's insane, bro. So anyways, it's crazy. But yeah, there's only two chicks there, right? There's only two chicks there that are like not fat at all. I'm talking about slim waist, no stomach hanging over, no back fat that pops out because of the bra straps. I'm talking about like them chicks just like in shape, right? All the other chicks, big ass gut, back fat, double chin, triple chin, chopped. So, and the manager's chopped too, right? So I'm in there one day, right? And this is after me being there for like a couple of weeks. I'm not talking to none of the chicks. Like, I already looked around and made my evaluation. I was like, yo, if I'm gonna talk to any chicks, it's gonna be them two right there, because all these other chicks right here is a no-go. Like, back in my days, I'd say probably like 2018 to 2022, a nigga was on demon time. I ain't gonna lie. If she looked good in the face, I put on a containment suit and I'm going crazy. But I reached to a point where I had enough. The point where I really had enough was when I was dealing with them chicks who started trying to act entitled, bro. I'm talking about chicks that I was out of their league, body game, physically, and all of that shit. And they tried to make a nigga do that whole go on a date shit with me, bro. When they started trying to pull that shit, I said, I'm done. I ain't going on no date with no fat hoe, bro. Like, it's not gonna happen. You haven't put the work into yourself to earn that. You take yourself on dates to McDonald's and Wendy's and Burger King all the time, bro, and then you have the date come to you in the form of DoorDash and all that shit, bro. I'm not sitting here and I'm not dealing with no disrespect for no chick on that type of time. I'm not doing it. My standards done went up. The stock increase is going through the roof. I'm sorry. You can't buy it no more. So, yeah, after them chicks started trying to play hard to get and try to play against, I'm like, hold on. What the hell is going on? Like, do y'all chicks feel like just because you got something in the back, all of a sudden everything else in the front just like don't matter? What Cash Out say? Ass fat. But I made an adjustment, ass fat, but her stomach fatter, nigga. Bro, after I started realizing this, I'm like, okay, it's time to go to war. So I doubled down in the gym. I stopped giving the fatties attention. I said I'm only dealing with baddies, bro. And like, if an overweighty wanna holler at a nigga, it's cool, but we ain't going on no dates. You already know what's going down. And even that may not even be going down no more, because as a very hygienic individual, I don't like encountering odors that are unpleasant. I'll put it that way. And if I encounter an unpleasant odor and we ain't even done nothing yet, you're cooked. You're done. It's over. Goodbye. Nothing will come of this encounter. I'm sorry, but when you on body game, bro, you can really move like that. You can really pick and choose, because like, you're some hot shit. You're up there. So you can call the shots for real. So anyways, after being at the job for like a couple of weeks, because of my body game, again, I'm the strongest dude in there. I'm the most in shape dude in there. The chicks is all gossiping. They all talking. They all having their little powwows, chatting about a dude. I know what be going on. Like I caught them. I walked outside once, and they was all in the corner talking, and then when they see me come out, they stopped. So I'm like, okay, there's no reason for you to stop if you was having a conversation about some regular shit. But anyway, I digress. So that's gone on a couple of times, and I noticed like whenever I would have to go interact with them to ask them a question about something, they would always give this, oh my God, I'm in the presence of a saint energy. They would not speak unless being spoken to. They become extremely respectful, extremely submissive, all of that shit. So I'm like, yeah, like, I mean, I am him. Y'all not in shape. So you in the presence of a demigod, nigga. Act right. And then the manager one day, while we was working, he said to me, hey, you make me feel very unfit. I make you feel very unfit. So it took me showing up here for you to realize that you was very unfit. It wasn't the feeling yourself jiggle when you walk around and took a step. It wasn't you making plates of food and going to the office and chowing down that make you feel unfit. It's me being around you and you seeing chicks treat me like some kind of god that finally you had to say that I make you feel unfit. Nigga, I didn't do shit but show up to work, bro. So if you're feeling unfit, that's a you problem. I mean, I'm glad I was able to make you self-conscious enough for you to realize that something needs to be done. I don't know if you're going to do something about it. I mean, he's married. So most dudes, when they get married, they think, oh, I finally reached the finish line. I can just Rick Rossify myself now. You went for a rude awakening. Y'all think y'all can just get married and blow up like Big X the plug. It ain't going to be sweet. You ain't going to be married for too long. And if you is, the cheeks are not going to continue to be split. Put it that way. But anyways, I'm there. I'm thinking like, bro, this is the part where the insecurities begin. Because back in that video when I spoke about when I used to work at that corporate job, the minute that I put that costume on for Halloween and I basically shitted on the manager because he came in with his fat ass gut and I started making comments to, oh, you're in very good shape. Ever since then, bro, the shit just been going downhill. Niggas been sneak dissing, giving subliminals, playing passive aggressive like I won't slap your belly into next week. Boy, stop playing with me. And insecurities at an all-time high. But nobody forced you to eat all that BS. Nobody forced you to eat them Hot Pockets. Nobody forced you to eat this fake food. I got to do a video on fake food, bro, because I don't think people understand, like, what's really going on. The food that you're eating is not real. And if the food that you're eating is not real, what you think that's going to do to you? But anyways, I'm at the job. Chicks is hollering. They're talking about me behind my back. I don't care. But the main issue is, at every job you go to, there's going to be dudes that's interacting with chicks in the spot. And when you go there and you take the spotlight away from those dudes, some of them are going to show it, some of them aren't, but there's always going to be a level of animosity there because subconsciously, they know that their chick or whoever they're talking to is going. That if you slide on their chick, it's going to be a crime scene. So I would just like to say that the clock has started ticking because when the manager said that, there's already some dudes in there that's like giving me the cold shoulder. Not that I really care because, like, why would I care about someone giving me the cold shoulder who ain't in better shape than me? But there's dudes in there giving the cold shoulder because regardless of me not giving any chick in there any attention, the chicks in there are giving me attention. They're acting like I'm some sort of saint when I walk around. They're walking on eggshells because they don't want to give me the ick. Although they already did because they're big as shit. And yeah, bro, when you get on BodyGame, you're going to be looked at as a demigod, if not a god. Because your presence and your physique and your aura just screams like, yo, I'm on some shit that you ain't ever heard of or you ain't never been on. So there's only benefits to be gained from getting on BodyGame. There's not a single negative. There's only benefits. So if you watch this video, I hope this was some inspiration for you to get on BodyGame. Because if you don't, you're going to lose your bitch to me. That's it for the video, bro. I'm out of here. Peace.